Good evening, everyone. Here's your host, Dan the Man, and I'm here to tell you my 12th chapter of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Final Voyage. Are y'all ready? Sit back and relax, and let's get started. Chapter 12, The Temple of Fortune. Will Turner was the first one to vanish inside the waterfall since he volunteered to go in first. Everyone waited and waited for Will to come back, and just when Henry was starting to get worried and that he was going to go after him, Will came out of the waterfall. Everyone helped him up since he was all drenched and coughing, and Henry asked, "What is it, Father? What is on the other side? Did you find the temple?" Catching his breath, Will said, "I think you guys need to come over and see for yourself." He went inside the waterfall again, then vanished, followed by Jack, Henry, Red, Gibbs, and the rest of the crew, and as they all came out on the other side, there it was, the Temple of Fortune. The Temple of Fortune is almost similar like the location of the Fountain of Youth in the fourth movie, but different. There's also some sparkly blue crabs and fauna, just like Jack and Red had seen before. And also there are two pillars, one as they all went inside, and two, one behind a giant black statue in front of a black cauldron, and behind the pillar was a gigantic fountain, just sprouting some water out. Also, there were skeletons and skulls all over the place, but less than before, the other place that Jack and Red were in. And also there were a little bit of streams coming down thanks to the fountain on the top, coming down, forming a line, a nice straight line, heading into the entrance of the first pillar. Everyone was flabbergasted and shocked and amazed as how ancient the place is. Then Henry came over to Jack and Red and then asked, "Is this the Temple of Fortune?" And both of them replied, "Aye." Jack and Red went up to the wooden steps that led them all the way into the cauldron guarded by the black statue and behind the two other pillars and the fountain. The cauldron is in the shape of a giant boulder with sparkly bioluminescent water inside it. Jack was amazed the most because he never got the chance to see what the cauldron was like. And now, since he came back after all these years, he finally has saw the cauldron for the very first time. Then Red huddled close to Jack with excitement, and then she said, "This is it, Jack. This really is the temple. This is our moment. This is the moment where we make our wish." And then everyone heard a booming voice behind them that said, "You mean my wish." Everyone turned around, and as they did, there was Davy Jones with his crew, with Elizabeth and Carina still chained and gagged. Then they heard another voice on a different side of the cave that said, "Hold on there. That wish is mine." And the second voice was Angelica, with Scarface and her zombie crew. And Davy Jones walked close to the entrance of the pillar and then said, "You must be very desperate, Jack Sparrow, to make that wish so you could get rid of me once and for all. I wouldn't blame you, 'cause when I do get that wish, there's going to be so much death, so much pain, and so much blood all over the seas. No one will ever get to know what will hit them." And then Angelica came close by, not very close, and then said, "Did you miss me, Jack? Last time I saw you, you left me on a forbidden island to die." But Jack stood his ground and said, "There was no trusting in you, love. You and your father were going to kill me either way after you had gotten the tear and the water from the Fountain of Youth." Trying not to get angry, Angelica then calmly answered back, saying, We could have been a perfect couple together, Jack. You and me, two of the most fearsome pirates of all the seven seas. Given the quirky work, Jack replied back and said, if you still have a sister and a dog, I would still choose the dog. Angelica was going to yell something back, angrily, but Davy Jones interrupted, and then he grabbed his sword and said, well, this young lady over there may have a score with Jack Sparrow, but I too have a score to settle, not only with you, Jack Sparrow, but also to you, William Turner. And in order to do that, I'm going to sacrifice your beautiful wife over here and your son's lovely little girl. Then Will grabbed his sword and said, let them go, Davy Jones. They have no part of it. But then Davy Jones gave a wry smile and said, oh, I think they do. Just like the same way that you all sacrificed Calypso and you stabbed me on my heart, I'm going to stab yours now. And then sacrifice these two women to the goddess Janisha. I will bring so much destruction that both me and Calypso will be together again and will totally be unstoppable. With so much anger around her face, Angelica was the next one that grabbed her sword and then shouted, enough of the talk! It is time for our one final showdown, and who holds that wish will have unlimited godlike power. And then she gave the order of the zombies, along with Scarface, to charge. Davy Jones did the same with himself and his crew, and while Will, Henry, and the others grabbed their swords and charged just the same way as Davy Jones and Angelica did, leaving Jack and Red still by the steps close to the black statue guarding the cauldron. And that is the end of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Final Voyage, Chapter 12. What do y'all think of it so far? Do you like it? Please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more notifications of videos, shorts, and posts in the future. And also to like this video and many other videos that I have done before. And lastly, also to share to your friends and family and help me to reach 100 or more subscribers. Hope you all have a good, splendid day. God bless.